Let's start with meditation, friends. Welcome to day 36 of Divine Design. Before we begin the class, let's connect to the energies of Masters with divine guidance from Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji, Mahavatar Babaji, Ramtha Master. Just a minute. Ramtha Master and all the divine masters who are around, present here, to ensure that this divine design reaches far and wide. Let's start the meditation with the relaxation. Please be seated in a comfortable position. Close your eyes, clasp your hands. Cross your legs. Let's start with the relaxation process. Let's relax the body. The more the body is relaxed, the better is the meditation experience. The better is our mind relaxed. Remove your spectacles. At the out breath, relax your body. Forehead is relaxed. Neck is relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. Upper back and lower back are completely relaxed. Chest is relaxed. Stomach is relaxed. Hips are relaxed. Thighs are relaxed. Calf muscles are relaxed. Ankles are relaxed. My entire body from head to toe is completely relaxed and relaxed and relaxed. Wherever there is tension in the body, focus on that body part and then leave a longer out breath and mentally say relax. Let the head region be relaxed. Eyes, nose, teeth, jaw, tongue, ears. Relax, relax and relax. Neck is relaxed. Shoulders are completely relaxed. Back is completely relaxed. Chest, abdomen are fully relaxed and relaxed and relaxed. If you need back support, please do take it. Let the body be completely relaxed so that the mind can be relaxed. The more body gets used to relaxation, it's easier for the mind to go to quick relaxation and thoughtless state. So you need to practice the art of relaxation more frequently. Thighs are relaxed, calf muscles are relaxed. Entire body is fully relaxed and relaxed and relaxed. If you feel you need more relaxation, continue an internal relaxation process. Once you're relaxed, you'll feel that the body is very heavy and you are able to hear everything. You can understand everything, but your body is not shaking. It's all relaxed. At that time, just observe the breath that is going in and out of your body. There is no controlling of breath. It is just observation of breath. And in a relaxed body, it feels more easy. Let the thoughts come and go. Let the disturbances and noise around you stay where they are. Just look at the breath, irrespective of anything happening around you. You don't need a calm environment to meditate. You just need a relaxed body. Slowly come back to your body consciousness. At the count of 5, please keep your palms on your eyes and open your eyes with a beautiful smile. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Welcome to day 36 of Divine Design. Today we will be continuing 17.2. Let me just share. If you have any questions from previous chapters, you can ask. Otherwise, we can continue. Any questions? No? No doubts? Okay. So yesterday, what we were speaking was, we started 17.2 and we spoke about the multi-dimensional experience. We were talking about resonance. We were talking about how you feel when you want to do something, or how, rather, how do you align with the messages that are coming from within. All of those things we spoke about, and we spoke about the multi-dimensional aspects. We discussed about how a human can feel multidimensional and all of those things. By the way, Nidhi, I think you had a question, right? Yesterday, you said you were not able to understand some paragraph. Did you understand it finally? Nidhi, are you there? Okay, fine. Not sure she's around. Okay, today we will talk more about the multidimensional aspect only. Basically, what we were telling about was um, if you have to go to a higher frequency, right? If you have to go to a higher frequency, there is oneness in that frequency, right? There is no duality. So in this journey, you need to first believe the knowledge that you're getting, and then try to practice the knowledge that you're getting, and slowly that practice will help you tap into the next few dimensions, next steps. Okay, so here also, although we may not be in the present moment all the time, we may be in the future, we may be in the past, you need to slightly try to focus on the present. Okay, trying to bring back the breath, trying to bring the focus back to the breath is also training you to come back to the present. You're training your mind to come back to the present. Okay, so but it needs a lot of frequency for you to actually stay there. Okay, it is a matching of the frequency and the practice together. So you keep practicing. Someday when the frequency matches, you will know that you were actually come to that state. But then how do we, is it enough if you just keep coming back to the present and avoiding the past thoughts, avoiding the future thoughts? It is not about that. To come back to the present, you need to have an inclination that the present is far more attractive than the past or the future, right? The past looks more, most of the time, the past looks more attractive because you're thinking about something that happened, or you thought about something that you told somebody, right? Typically, what happens when you're thinking about the past, you're thinking about some incident that happened, or you're thinking about what you told somebody, where, let's say, if the ego is still pretty high, then you'll think about what you told somebody, what they told you, how you felt about it. So there is some personal thing that is there. So their ego is still there. So which means ego has to be worked upon. And then if you're having attachments to somebody, then you'll think about all the things that happened when you were working with them, when you were talking to them or something like that. So typically, again, attachment, detachment. So here, all that you have to think about is, the more surrendered you are. Surrendered, what happens when you surrender everything? When you are in that surrendered state, typically, you are okay with any outcome that happens, correct? So which means your future is taken care of. You really do, it doesn't matter to you what future actually comes through. So the future is already taken care of. You're not going to the future anymore. Now, how do we deal with the past? Past typically holds you when you have attachments to people, when you have attachments to objects, when you have attachment to situations, anything where you liked something in the past, or when the way something happened in the past, and then you are constantly going back to it again and again. Either there is ego or there is attachment. So you need to just work on these aspects. And the more you are and then many of the situations that happened in the past, when you are constantly going back to it and saying, why did that happen, what can I learn from it, even when you're in spiritual growth, what am I learning from it? So when you're constantly thinking about something, about the past most of the time, that is also an attachment form of some form or the other. So but how do we stay in the present? In the present, the person is not bothered. He's like, neither he's not worried about anything. He's like, whatever happens, let it happen. I will just keep going and leading my life. So there is a sense of center, there's a sense of balance in yourself. So this is what is called coming back to the present. But you will never come back to the present just because you're forcing yourself to come back to the present. It should naturally come from inside, where you are not the like the past looks boring to you, thinking about something looks boring to you, rather remembering something is like time waste to you, right? And thinking about the future is like, oh, why should I think about it, it's okay, any outcome is okay. So that kind of feeling should come automatically. You need to get to that state of understandings first. Then what will happen, automatically you'll come back to the present. Then when you are in the present, you'll be thinking about the present. You'll be thinking about, let's say you're chopping a watermelon, you'll be thinking about the watermelon. You'll be thinking about the rasam that you're making. You'll be thinking here also. Again, there is no awareness. Okay, awareness is a state when you are just watching. Okay, there. So once you come back to the present also, there are levels in which you have to pass. But okay, of course, coming to that state itself is great. So once you come back to the present, then you need to reduce your unnecessary thinking, because you are an observer, right? So then you will, of course, with frequency, that will also eventually come. Then you will observe your present. Then you'll keep observing, keep observing, keep observing. Then you'll think that thinking is also too much of a mind chatter. Then you'll start to understand that silence is far more nice. So you'll keep your mind silent and you'll not talk to yourself also. So when that state happens, that is when cosmic energy also flows inside your body, and that becomes a very meditative state. Okay, so these are all different stages and stages in which you can pass to come here. But first first step to get out of first step is to get out of duality, right? We are many of us are in duality in many of our areas. So the very first step to get out of duality is to accept the duality as everything is good for me. Every part of duality, let it coexist, because everything is a part of that God consciousness only, right? So that you need to remember. First, get out of duality, come to oneness, accept that everything is okay, then you'll feel better. As the human practice, so from here we are going to start today. As the human practices presence, they will begin to experience neutrality. What is neutrality? You are neither here, you are neither here. You are in the center, and in the center, there's always a sense of balance. You are not supporting this party also, you are not supporting this party also, you are in the center. And you're saying, it's okay, these people are also good, these people are also good. For me, both are good. So you have no special, you are not biased about this or this, and that is called neutrality. Neutrality is another aspect of becoming multidimensional. The human begins to step out of duality, which creates the illusion of separateness, right and wrong, and into neutrality. So duality, what it does, it says that I am different, the people around me are different. There's a sense of separateness. You will not see oneness in anybody. We are all separate, but we are all one also. We are not same. We are different expressions of the divine. So accepting that the divine can be having different expression itself is called oneness. For example, we have Buddha, sorry, we have Jesus, we have Narayan, we have Allah, all of these different gods. Now, the person who's in duality will think Narayan is different from Jesus. Allah is different from Narayan. There's a sense of difference. There's a sense of separation. Or I am different. Somebody else is different. So that sense of difference is there. Why? Because you're seeing two bodies. So when we see two bodies, we think that automatically there is a separation. But you should not think like that. You should think that at a holistic level, who is behind this body? I am not this body, right? Even they are not this body. So if I'm not the body, who am I? I am the soul. They are also the soul. So who is this behind everybody? It's the same God. It's the same creator. So if the creator is the same behind all of us are like brothers and sisters at a body level. But at a creator level, the same creator is behind everybody, trying to take different expressions, trying to take different experiences from different bodies, different small things. There are some without bodies, there are some with bodies, there are some in which he's only a consciousness, there are some in which there is growth in human beings, in animals, birds and all. There is growth, right? Body grows into from small to big and all that. There is growth. But when you take objects, non-living objects, there is consciousness of the divine in that, but there is no growth. There is only that jad vastu, which means it is just going to stay like that only. Whether it is over a period of time, it might decompose and things like that, but it is going to stay like that only. Okay, so technically, logically speaking, also everything is God. So that is where you have to think, oh, we are all one. Okay, but so because of all this logic in your head, overall, when it comes to the sense that there is no difference between my daughter or a stranger that is walking on the road, both of them are same to me. That kind of sense of lack of separation has to come to you. And whatever my daughter gives me as an experience is the same as a stranger giving me as an experience. Or the God that is behind the stranger is the same as thing. For example, let's say if you're wearing a sari and then suddenly one beggar comes and says, please give me a sari, you should think that I'm giving the sari to me only. Whether it is with her or it is with me, it is the same, right? That sense of high level thing has to come. It will take time in different aspects. In food, it might come. In clothes, it might come. And then in the understanding of talking terms, it might come. In different levels, the sense of neutrality will come. The sense of oneness will come. But before that sense of oneness comes, the sense of neutrality has to come. Neutrality is slightly lower than oneness. Neutrality means you are neither here nor there, but you are in the center. Oneness is slightly more. In oneness, you are actually having some emotions with respect to that state of you and me not being separated. In the sense of neutrality, you are more about we all will coexist, right? That kind of thing. Okay, neutrality allows for the natural expression of all consciousness, thoughts, beliefs, programs, paradigms and behaviors without judgment. So what you're saying is, they're saying allows for the natural expression. So which means if other people are telling something, you are just listening to them, you are not judging them. Let them tell whatever they want, I will tell whatever I want. And then somebody, so you are allowing all kinds of good, bad and ugly to coexist without actually what do you say, changing them in any way. I mean, today I was actually thinking, I went to my plant and my some of the plants that I have in the terrace garden, and then there were some bugs on one plant. There were some mealy bugs, and then I took out the mealy bugs and then I threw it out. And then there were some black color bugs. I don't know what they were, but see, in my head, there's still duality, right? Duality because, oh my God, bugs. There are bugs in my plant, and then maybe they're going to hurt the plant. See how all these experiences come to just challenge us. I was just thinking, okay, on our journey, how do you even deal with this? How do you deal? I was asking myself, how do you deal with this? Now there are bugs in my plant. Should I take the I'm trying to take sides, right? I'm trying to take the side of the plant and I'm trying to take the bug out and then throw it out. So I actually did the same thing, but I thought, okay, let me revisit this topic later. And in my head, I was thinking, okay, let me come back and see what do I do with this. But until I get the clarity, I'll keep throwing the bugs out. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I just told, okay, bugs, you are probably here for some reason. And then I just took the bugs. I didn't kill them or anything. I just took the bugs out and I threw them out. Uh, I didn't hurt them or anything. So, but lots of challenges like this come in duality where you take sides, right? We take sides and say this is good, that is bad. So all of these are testing periods. So I was thinking not having this terrace garden only is a better option. I think then I will probably not have to think and decide between the bug or the plant. So if we have fancy things for ourselves to entertain ourselves, like a terrace garden or a balcony garden or something like that, then obviously you'll try to protect those balcony gardens and terrace garden. What if you don't even have anything? Then there is no protection. You'll just allow everything in nature to coexist. Something on the road is just there, and whether there are bugs on that plant, whether there are no bugs on that plant, then you'll probably be detached. But then when it comes to your balcony plants, you really want to protect them because now you're attached to them. So there are so many such deep-rooted stuff that we have, and it'll keep coming out like this. You need to see what to do about it, right? So yeah, without judgment, the multidimensional human stands in one unified quantum field where all experiences and consciousness exist without separation. The human understands everything in the external world is its own expression of source consciousness. Therefore, there is no judgment. So it is the such a person allows every single thing to coexist in nature, and there is no changing of anything. So of course, sometime I might come up with an idea about how to deal with this plant thing. I mean, it has been there in my mind for a very long time, but then, which is exactly why I stopped doing vegetables and all of those kinds of things in my garden, because there were too many things that were coming, and then I didn't know. And I don't try to kill those bugs and by putting some harsh sprays or pesticides or something like that. I try to wash them off. I try to wash the plant or something like that. So there are so many such issues. Another experience of multidimensionality is sovereignty. Sovereignty means you are unique and you are a complete individual. You are you are whole, you are complete, and there is no lack inside you, right? That is called sovereignty. When a human is in their sovereignty, they are aligned with their energetic signature and their resonance. So if I feel totally complete, I feel totally abundant, I feel that I have everything in life because I am that God consciousness, then I'm totally aligned with my energetic signature. The energy around me is totally holistic as well. And then I'm completely in resonance with the outside quantum field. So whatever I'm asking is constantly coming back to me, whatever. So it's all we are vibrating in resonance. There is no, if I'm in lack, but actually there is no lack in the world, then there is dissonance. Then there is opposite of that. But if I am also feeling the same thing, but then I'm in alignment with the truth of the world, then there is resonance. They are completely embodied and feel safe within their physical form. So then I'm not actually uh, I'm not in fear I'm inside this physical form, and I know I'm not this physical form, and neither am I fearful of anything that is happening to this physical form. The physical form may experience pain, this, that, whatever, and but I will not be I'll still feel safe. Even in the deepest of issues or whatever, I'll still feel safe. The sovereign human understands that the external world cannot impact them unless they allow it to impact them. So that mind is completely aligned, that until I am in fear, until I doubt, until I think, I guess that this is going to affect me and all of that, it will not affect me. Right? Sovereignty releases any aspect of victimhood. Victimhood means powerlessness. The state of this lack of clarity. Victimhood comes from lack of clarity, lack of that restlessness, understanding that I don't know what to do. Oh my God, something is going to affect me and I don't have any control over it. I don't have any power over it. That kind of state is called victimhood, which means the world is here to attack me and I have no way to protect myself. That is called victimhood. And it can be with disease. It can be with the sense of disease. Oh, some corona is coming and I don't know what to do. Maybe I need to constantly keep wearing a mask. Or suddenly, let's say your daughter is now sick and you feel that she has corona. Oh my God, I need to get her tested for corona because I don't know what if we all get the whole family when we all fall sick, what happens, everybody, and then maybe we'll get quarantined. So many such. So this is called victimhood. Victimhood means you think that something else is out there which has more power compared to you, and it is going to harm you in some way or the other, or change your state of being, change your make you uncomfortable and all of those things. So there is nothing in the world that is going to make you uncomfortable, make disturb you in any way, provided you allow that disturbance to happen in your own mind. You say, sure, give me this disturbance because of a belief system that you have. Then you will take that into you and then you will experience that victimhood. So until you allow it, it will not happen, is what sovereignty says. They express themselves freely and with both power and knowingness. The sovereign human being is creating their reality from an empowered state, free and within their form. They allow all other human beings to express and be without an attachment or changing them. So that all the people around them can be doing whatever they want, and you will keep doing whatever you want, and you will not change them in any way, right? That is what is called a sovereign human. You are now in acceptance that everything around me will keep changing. The dynamics around me can keep moving the way it wants, but I will not be affected by it. Your family may be doing whatever they want. They may be shouting at you. They may be expecting you to do some things, but you will do what you want, right? You will do what you think is right. And maybe your child is, let's say, playing video games and this and that and all that. You are in peace. You are at peace. That it's okay. Yeah, if they have to watch a video game, if that is what they have planned, and if a video, if let's say if they have to continue to keep watching, and then maybe eventually they will understand that maybe I had to focus on something else. See, unless anybody realizes that a certain experience that they're constantly doing is not going to be of any value in the world for them. Value, see, more than value, what they are trying to realize, they are trying to find out is there Sachidanand state in that experience. So at the soul level, the soul has to understand that there is no Sachidanand state in that, which means that Jivatma has to take that experience, take, constantly keep taking. And at some point, there will be a realization that there is no Sachidanand state in that experience, and then only it will get out of that experience. So we need to wait. Now, people who have attachments can't wait. They'll be trying to change them because that state of being of that person is now impacting the happiness of this person, right? So a person who has attachment will not be able to do that. And when they're constantly doing their work, they'll be thinking, oh my God, that person is doing these kinds of things, this relate, or let's say a family member is doing these kinds of things, so I need to go and tell them to do this, or maybe send one post in which they say these are the problems of seeing YouTube and this and that. So all of these are related to attachments only, right? When we try to go and change the world, that's a so when you're forwarding any attachment, just think, do I think that the world is dumber than me and the world needs this message, or you're just sending because it's a good message, right? Think about it. If nobody is here to change and everybody are equal, then you're just celebrating that message with them, right? Celebrating a message with them because of its good content, versus sending it to somebody because they are all dumb and then you are a better person, is a very different thing. So these are also attachments only. Attachments are in a form of ego. So all of these needs to be dropped for you to get to that neutrality. A sovereign human knows that they are worthy and free to be all who they can be without being impacted by the external world. Don't look for validation. The more you stop looking for validation from other people, that do I feel complete? Do I feel good? Can I do this? Do you think is there any harm from doing this? What are your thoughts on this? So many things come. Of course, when you're working with somebody, that is a different thing. But then when you should ask yourself, uh, typically it happens in families or friends and all of that. You say you're trying to ask them for appreciation. You're trying to ask for a validation of whether I am doing the right thing, because you think that I don't know enough, or I have a lack in something. That's why they know better than this. They have the abundance of whatever I lack. So let me ask them. If they say yes, then I'll be satisfied that whatever I am doing is the right thing. So all of these things are they all of these things show that they are not worthy, right? The more people think that they are not worthy, this is where you'll try to get compensated from other people, but typically that will not work. Okay, so you need, because that sense of completeness will never come. They will say today, yes, yes, you can do this. Tomorrow they will say, no, no, you can't do this. But inside maybe you will feel like doing this, and you'll try to go convince them and make them say yes. Why? Because now you want them to tell yes, and then only then you do. Until then, you'll be trying to make them say yes by giving them all kinds of facts. Why should it go till there and they say yes and come here? Why shouldn't you only say yes? Many of these things are also part of duality only, right? You need to think, like, watch yourself when you're doing some of these things. Why do I do some of these things, right? Um, when you are constantly seeking for validation, when you're constantly trying to change the world, external world, and trying to impose whatever you think is right, this is also a sense of duality only. But when you go there with an intention of saying, okay, I have this knowledge, I'm just going to keep pouring this knowledge outside. Whoever wants can take this knowledge. That is a sense of detachment. You have no attachment to whether people take it, whether people don't take it, whether there are, you're just going and you are going and sharing knowledge because you think you have to share knowledge, and sharing knowledge will help you become more clear about the knowledge that you have. So there is a lot of different ways in which you can intend to do the work that you're currently doing. So watch yourself when you're doing something, when you're taking some action. Am I in lack, or can I, if I'm in lack, how can I convert this to abundance, convert this to neutrality, and then send? The multidimensional human also begins to connect and align back to that channel. The human embodies the higher self, and I am present. They trust and follow the guidance of the higher self over the ego. So ego can tell you many things, but there will be a voice from inside. There'll be some thoughts from inside which will say, do this. Then that inside voice will not give you logical reasons. Why should you do this? It will not try to convince you also why should you do. It's like in the olden days when parents would tell something, the children would follow without asking questions, no? Something like that. So here also, without asking questions, if you feel like following your parent, your higher self, then and then not listen to your ego, because now your ego is trying to convince you, giving you logical reasons and all that, then you should see, am I going to follow my parent or am I going to follow my ego? So the more you practice following your parent or your higher self, then the ego will slowly close. The human also gains access to their multidimensional senses. They hear, see, feel, receive higher frequency energies. There are many experiences the human has as they discover their multi senses, but a few common ones are. So here they're talking about the third eye. Okay, third eye activation. So here you'll have all these extrasensory perceptions that will open up as a multidimensional being. So they are saying that all of your sense organs will now work at a higher frequency level, and connecting and communicating with the guides. So apart from the higher self, there are other beings who are inside the 5D grid, right? Inside the 5D grid, people came, right? All of these people will also be guides. So you can connect to them. Now it's not like they have to communicate with you in dream state or something. because you now have higher frequencies. So automatically in your day-to-day life itself, they can start communicating with you because now your third eye is open. And third eye, don't go to do many meditations and this and that. And I'm talking about, don't try to force third eye activations by doing some jugards, right? Work on yourself. Okay, it is a very big responsibility to go to higher dimensions. Okay, the more power you get within yourself, the more access to power that you get, the more responsible you are. With more power comes great responsibility, they say, right? With great power comes great responsibility. So don't go to take on those responsibilities unless, or the power, unless you are ready for that power, right? And that readiness comes when you gradually grow towards those neutralities, towards the multidimensional self. Don't hurry this process. Okay, hurrying this process is only going to make you weaker. So, would you say, work on it at a day-to-day level? Work on it with the experiences that are coming to you. Every single thing. The more practice you get, the better you get. And those practices will naturally take you there. You don't have to activate any chakra. Please understand that they are automatically, as long as you stop clogging those chakras, they will automatically work the way they are, right? So how do you stop clogging those chakras? By working on your lower frequency thoughts, lower frequency patterns of thinking, your duality. Most of them are duality stuff, okay? So duality, sense of lack, sense of separation, sense of thinking that I'm not enough. All of those things are duality. Duality means somebody else is better, I am not better. That kind of thing is also duality only, right? So communicating with your guides, then bilocating to other dimensional fields, which means you are here also, you are there also, right? So somebody will see you here also, somebody will feel that you are there also. Those kinds of things will also happen. Then seeing energies in colors, shapes, and waves, then receiving energy from higher dimensional realm and unpacking it as information. So it means that there is a sense of download coming. A sense of energy packets are going to come. It could be in the form of thoughts or whatever it is. But you are able to get that sense of knowing and convert that into words. Okay, so unpacking it as information, feeling energies around their body and in rooms. So you're, let's say, sitting here and then you can automatically feel if somebody is in the room, walking around in the room, anything like that. Seeing visions or scenes from the non-physical realm. So from the higher dimensions, if you are able to see visions and scenes and also, all of these things are that telepathic communication with other humans. So you don't have to talk. Let's say there is an automatic telephone connection that you're establishing with somebody else. So all of these things are higher third eye activation. Third eye activation means higher realms. So you're already you're slowly going to the fifth dimensional space. Okay, third eye automatically gets activated as and when you start anchoring into the fifth dimensional space. So provided you are now slowly leaving the third dimensional space, moving more into fourth dimensional space, and then anchoring slowly more into fifth dimensional space. So these are gradual processes, and then you don't have to hurry about this, because why should you hurry? You are here to experience everything in each of these realms, right? Each of these dimensions. So why are you hurrying? You need to, you are here. Why were you here in the first place? You are here majorly to experience everything in this dimension, because you are not from here. You want to experience everything that the quantum field is giving you as a part of the experience as a third dimensional space. So why shouldn't you be here, gradually finish everything, and then eventually go to fourth, fifth, and all that? Don't hurry the experience. It's not, you are already a third eye activated person. Okay, it's just that through the body you are going through multiple different experiences, and then you are going to the higher realms. Are they giving a prize or something if you go faster than somebody else? Nobody is giving a prize. Isn't a running race or something? This is not even a match. There is no race going on in this. If you go there, they will say welcome. And if you go there 100 years later, they will say welcome. So you don't have to rush this process. All that you have to do is be aware about every small thing. And then see, these days, I mean, I'm specifically telling, these days especially, uh, there's a lot of talk about ascension. There's a lot of talk about many of these many people are coming to tell you about um, hurrying this process, okay, hurrying this process, and telling you about saying if you don't go, something is going to happen to you. Okay, that is a fear based mentality. You cannot ascend with a fear, with with a foundation of fear in mind. Okay, watch yourself. And these days especially, we get lot of these courses and lot of these kinds of informations where they are trying to tell you that quickly do this process, quickly do that process, right? Removing blocks from you is not the solution. Automatically your higher self is already doing it, right? They are teaching you how to get the blocks out. If somebody else, with, let's say somebody has all these third eye experiences and they are able to do all that, then they remove all your blocks, right? If they remove all your blocks, right, if the block has already gone from your space, you may not learn so easily from that. Samruddhi is in some party. Samruddhi, you may want to mute yourself or okay, right? So
attire, attire,
okay, so be watchful about, are you in some kind of tearing hurry to get yourself to remove things from you? If you are in that state where you are trying to remove things from yourself, are you going to learn from that? See, this process of going to higher dimension means that you are going to be an ascended master one day. Imagine how much of responsibility, how much of value. You are going to be like this, a person like Jesus and Krishna one day. If you have to behave like them, if you have to stand up and be like them, how much of weight you need to carry on your knowledge and your wisdom and all of those things. So if you're hurrying this process and running away to fifth dimension, one day you will be the same person who will come back to earth and say, oh shit, I hurried this process and I forgot to do these XYZ tasks. And then these are the things I had to learn. I had to get wisdom from XYZ and I went off. I hurried and went off from this process. Who is this person, yaar? I am not going to allow this person to the meeting. Anyway, so looks like the phone is with some child. Anyway, so yeah, please be watchful about hurrying this process. Like when we had Corona and all of those things, right? Everybody made a quick buck there also. It is not wrong. Everybody is doing their part. Whatever they think is right, somebody is doing it. You don't have to judge anybody, but you need to watch yourself. Are you in some kind of tearing hurry? Are you trying to remove your blocks without even understanding why those blocks were there in the first place? What did you learn from those blocks? So when those blocks are gradually coming out, are you in a position to learn from them? See, it's like this. When we did our pranic healing, when I'm a pranic healing master, so when I did my pranic healing, and I'm also a nature cure practitioner. So when I was seeing, when we do these pranic healing, what we do, we remove the blocks from people, energy blocks from people. So I was in this process, we were seeing that we were removing the energy blocks from people. But over a period of time, they kept making those blocks again and again. Why? Because the emotional body and the mental body still continue to have those patterns because those belief systems had not changed, right? So when you constantly think that a seed
के मदरचोद बैंड के लोड़े मच्छर की झाट गांडू मोती चूतते ही तख्तों के सौदागर
I don't know why people are coming. Guys, I'm going to mute all of you. Sorry. Okay. So please watch for all of your watch for all of these things. Please appreciate the aspect of learning from your experiences, friends. Okay, that is what I wanted to share here, right? Knowing things before they happen. So this is like premonition. So you'll, as some of them have recently told me that when I did meditation and all of that, I felt like this, and then yeah. So these are some of the things. So many of you will be ascending to fifth dimension, right? You're going to fifth dimension. So many of these things might start slowly get activated. Humanity is currently navigating this miraculous and courageous physical evolution in consciousness. The above examples are just a few of many experiences the human will have as they step into their multidimensionality. These don't happen overnight, please understand. It takes baby steps and requires the human to have compassion and patience as they learn how to become multidimensional. Don't hurry this process again and again, I'm telling you, because it needs a lot of wisdom. If you have to be that ascended master who has to guide people one day, and like there'll be many souls who'll keep coming like this. Okay, this is not like God's, you are the last batch of God or something. That it doesn't, it's not like that. So God will keep expressing himself as different people. And then if you have to be that ascended master one day and to guide these people, you need to have that experience of facing that issue, and you need to have that wisdom of understanding how one can actually face such issues, what kind of strength they need to have. How will you guide, like how are we getting all these guidances and all that? Because somebody there is able to guide us with that wisdom. All these masters that they're talking about, right, they are all experienced people. Our higher self is able to guide us on the plan of action and all of that. But there are other masters, experienced masters, who are actually guiding us on various different subjects. Let's say if I have to become a coach, a nature cure coach or something, somebody there would have already done that nature cure work. Somebody there would have understood how body works, how the nature works, how plants work, all of that work. They already know. And then all I'm becoming is more like an instrument of their work. And then in the process of, let's say, us becoming their instrument, you are also experiencing that knowledge. So tomorrow, let's say if I go to those higher dimensions as an ascended master, maybe I'll have to guide somebody else. So this is more like you will become the trainer to another trainer. So train the trainee kind of mode. We are all living that train the trainee kind of mode. Someday, if you have to become a teacher to somebody, that much of knowledge you need to carry, friends. So don't take this as a single, what do you say? Don't take this experience of ascending as, okay, I'll go off there and everything will be okay. I don't have to come back here. I'm escaping duality. Don't even think like that. This is not even a place where you need to run away from. You try to run away only when you feel like a victim. So here they are already telling you, don't feel like a victim. You are already that higher dimensional consciousness. So all that gyan they're giving you, right? So first of all, we need to live that gyan. And then here only in the midst of all this chaos, you'll be like very happy, bindas. And then in that bindas state, so much of knowledge you will learn, so much of wisdom you will learn. And that is necessary for you to go to higher dimensions. Otherwise, there is no value for you to go there. Because you'll again still have a sense of fear, which you ran away here from. You ran away from this place because you had a sense of fear. You went to this person, that person, so that they can remove your blocks. They can give you all kinds of answers quick. Read books, attend physical classes, attend classes where they share their wisdom. But don't try to keep going to things where they remove off everything from you. It is okay when you're in the meditation, all of that, blocks will get removed. Let's say higher dimension masters are coming to remove your blocks. Okay. But when you are working with a human being, right, try to be more mindful about why you are signing up for some of these courses. It's an experience, right, friends? Everything is a part of reality. Are you attracting that reality because you have some fear? You need to watch out some of these things, because this is going to become like another hype market. At least in my reality, many things like that happened, and I had to make that conscious choice of, it's okay, even if there's a delay, I am going to work on myself. It's not like I'm not growing. Experiences are coming to me, and I know that my challenges are here with this person, that person. I know the areas where I have attachment. I know the areas where I am in fear, or I know the areas where I have maybe some form of control. All of that I know. I need to work on that, right? How can somebody coming and removing of my block will do that? I need to every day knowledge. I need to apply that knowledge that I'm getting. It's not like I'm not getting knowledge, right? I'm getting knowledge. So I need to apply that knowledge day in and day out and say, okay, yeah, I'm attached to this. Okay, how do I remove my attachment? Why am I attached? If they are also sovereign, if they are also coming with their own experience, I am also coming with my own experience. And when I see them, if I get that sense of attachment, it is my problem. So I need to get out of that sense of attachment and allow people to be the way they are, kind of. So this needs practice. Day in and day out, every single thing needs practice. So don't run away from practice, because there are no shortcuts to this. If you go with a shortcut process, you'll come back again, because your soul itself will know that something is incomplete. Okay, it will come back, and then again you'll come back. So ascension is not a joke. Ascension needs you to be standing up on your own feet, like how Krishna did or Jesus did, without any support, and be able to say, yes, I did this, I did this, I was this also, I understood this also, I understand this also. That kind of understanding has to come from inside. I've been there, I've done it, I struggled here also, and I learned wisdom from that also. Like that, you need to be able to talk. That is what is called ascension. And if you're not there, don't try to run away from all these processes. Okay. Summary: the human is navigating a miraculous and courageous present moment. We have been waiting thousands of years for this moment, and you waited thousands of years. Don't rush this process. You have been, and now you're getting knowledge. That knowledge you need to apply, and then you have to be here with that richness of knowledge. That live here like as if this is heaven on earth. Don't try to run away to those higher dimensions. I mean, higher dimensions, you'll anyway live here also. Your physical body will be here. You'll be anyway going to the higher dimensions automatically. But that joy of living is on earth only, right? You need to be enjoying this process. You have been waiting thousands of years to be able to finally experience this physical shift in consciousness within your human form. There are light codes within your DNA that will activate and are activating, allowing you to step into that multidimensional human. It is no mistake that you are reading these words. Oh, very, very powerful, right? It's very powerful. It's no mistake that you are reading these words. You are remembering why you are here in the human form. When remembering why you are here in this human form can also be, oh yeah, you were able to believe with all of these things. You are able to believe that all this is actually real. You have chosen to experience the physical shift in consciousness within a dense physical form. You are doing this courageously and exactly how you are designed to be. See, imagine you are driving a two-wheeler in a dense traffic. Aram se you can navigate like this in between cars and buses and all of that, and you can chuck go off, right? But if you are driving a car, what will you do? You have to stay there. And a person who's used to driving a two-wheeler will be very restless and say, oh my God, I would have gone like this, but then why is it that I'm not able to go this car? Or if you have a big lorry, then you are also not able to navigate that lorry easily, right? Because it needs a lot of space and all of those kinds of things. So this is what a HDC felt when he was in this physical body. He was this all-knowing, I can do everything kind of person. But then when he came into the physical body, it was very limited. It was like being in a car, and that car cannot go everywhere. It cannot, it cannot, let's say, fly. It can't do many things. So this is what a human being felt when he came into the physical body, and that physicality made him crippled over a period of time because he experienced he felt crippled with the body. The whole idea was to slow down yourself, slow down your capacity, slow down your potential, and limit yourself to the way the physical body that you have designed. If you've designed a physical body, let's say, I'm just going to give a number, about 5 points, then your experience also has to come down 5 points, and then you'll go in this body. I'm going to experience 5 points. It's not like infinite points, 5 points only. In that 5 points only, you will have to manage and go. That is your experience. So we forgot that over a period of time, and then we became very fearful. And many, see, in the process of understanding what it is to be in the human body, there have been a lot of confusions, and then we've done that in the previous chapters. So it's okay, but here now, the more we get knowledge, the better we'll be able to handle in the human body and then enjoy the human body, because this body has to go up. It has to go to higher dimensions, and then you have to be like Mahatar Babaji and all of that, right? Neem Karoli Baba. You have to live with that body. You have to live with body like Jesus and, let's say, all of these saints that we have. You have to live with that body, stay with that body, show up with that body every now and then. Look at these children. Thankfully, I have muted all of them. Okay, it is no mistake that you are reading these words, you are remembering. Okay, all that. You are doing this courageously and exactly how you designed it to be. Many of you have worked diligently as light workers for thousands of years and hundreds of lifetimes to get Earth and humanity to this now moment. You are honored, loved, and held as you physically anchor into the fourth and fifth dimensional fields. Oh my God, look at those children. Anyway, so we will stop here. 18th chapter we will do tomorrow, right? I'm going to stop here, and I'm not going to allow you to unmute. I'm going to unmute you, right? Okay, Nidhi. Yes, Nidhi. Where are you, Nidhi?
Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Come on video, Nidhi.
Ma'am, actually, my video is not working.
Okay.
Ma'am, some spammers are staying abusing in the chat. Please remove them.
I finished removing, but oh, chat also, is it? Oh my God, I
Yes,
didn't
in
realize.
chat, they're doing very abusing.
Who is this person? Amanna?
Shweta Tripathi.
Shweta Tripathi, God knows. I think all these children have their. Who are these? Yeah, who is this person on the group? Who are they? But she's not here, no? The Shweta Tripathi is not here, no? Who is this person? Yeah, Shweta Tripathi. I can't see them on the participant list. I can't remove them. Looks like they've already dropped. Okay, I don't know who's really asking me a question, who's not asking me a question. So, who is this Rohit? Is it even legit? I don't know. Okay, friends, I think I'll not take any questions today. There's a lot of confusion. And I'll close the call. There are a lot of people. Kavya, send it in the group. Today we will clarify it in the group.